Hey there. So I'm going to teach you the bass part of Knives and Kim's jam session from Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. I love that show. I love the movie. Um, and it's just one of my favorite moments in the whole show. It's really cool. So yeah, let's go ahead and get going. It starts off pretty simple, just basically eighth notes on the seventh fret, so third dot. That's it. Um, for a while, actually. And then sparks appear. Let me share my screen and I'll show you this icon. There we go. I'll share my screen and show you my Guitar Pro tab that I wrote. Okay, get that out of here. Okay, so yeah, and the tempo is accurate too, so it's 135. Sorry if it's kind of low volume. Uh, it's try and turn it up like a little bit. Okay. That for a long time, and then the sparks happen. So let's go over those four measures right there. One and two and three and four and one and two and three. So these divisions are a little weird, right? We've got five and three, so like five 14s and then three nines. And then this measure. Honestly, the way I would play this is probably with a slide right there. So like I'll show you what that looks like. So all the way up on 14 of the A string. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 9, 9, slide 11. Again. It's worth practicing. Okay, so we got one measure of just 14. This note's B. What's worth? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. 2, 3, 4. And then we go to the next part. And then this is kind of like what I would call maybe like the main theme. I would probably slide here as well. You could slide here. I don't know if I would. Let's hear it. 1 and 2 and 3. Yeah, sounds pretty cool. You could take it or leave it. Yeah, I'll play it in the software. Then we get to this next part. So this part's fun. Okay, so the first thing I want to say is this whole thing happens 4 times in total. First 3 times, you're playing this measure at the end. But the 4th time, there's an inconvenient page break here. Sorry. But the fourth time, we played this measure. That's what these uh, little sections are indicating here. Is that this is the ending for the first through third times, and this is the ending the fourth time through. And then basically what's happening here is Knives is kind of starting to break out of the box a little bit into some cool ideas. So I'll just start playing. Oops, sorry. Yeah. So let me show you how I'm playing all that stuff. Sorry, I was kind of improvising there. So let's say it's the fourth time. I'll play it just like it is, just like it would be for the fourth time. Ah! And it's done. Okay. A lot of this you can play with just your index finger if you really wanted to. Until you get up here in this 14, 16 fret zone. Then there's some very specific fingerings you need to do. But yeah, a lot of it is just walking this guy constantly and moving around probably one finger. I'm playing most of it with my index and ring because I like the way that feels. But yeah, I would suggest doing that, but you don't have to. Okay, so let's get to da 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 da. So we'll try and find Zoom. Here we go. Okay, so this little bit. So that's tough, technically. Let me show you what I do. So we're up here on the A string. The important thing with playing fast is that you don't get too deep, as in your finger isn't too far under the string. You actually just want to be right on top and have a very light touch. Because basically the more you're under the string, the more resistance you need, the more resistance you're causing before you can kind of get out from under it. And what we want is just to be right on top when we do those fast fills. Even when I'm playing fast like that, I actually play a little bit lighter just for that little bit. Okay, so that's 16 on the A. So da 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 da. It's all 14 and 16. Okay. And then the last part. So pay attention to my fingering here. So I'm using my index because that's what this previous phrase has led me to put me in position for 14 on D, back 1 to 13 on D, and then I'm going to use my ring on 14 of A and my middle on 14 of the low E. So, ring, middle. And just basically play as if there's no other way to do that. That's the best way to do that, period. Full stop. Okay? The reason I'm sounding kind of bossy about that is because this is a move that we make all the time as bass players. So I want you to feel really comfortable with this fingering of ring on the A, middle on the low E. Notice how this kind of slant in my hand allows me to get really close to the fret as well, even high up here. Okay. Let me share my screen again, and we'll just go through the tab. I'm just going to play it, just the tab by itself. And then I'm actually going to make it smaller, so maybe you can see more on the screen. It's still kind of inconvenient. Well, I tried. I'm going to make it bigger again, at least 110. Okay, here you go. I'm just going to let it play from start to finish. And yeah, you can practice along with it. Go. Nice. Okay, well, I hope this has been helpful. Love Scott Pilgrim, and down to do more of his tunes for sure. But I thought this jam with Knives and Kim was awesome. So yeah, hopefully this has been great. And I'm going to attach the tab in the lesson description. So yeah, if you want it, you can download it. All right, thanks. Bye.